In this last episode of Mask Basics, we are going to look at masking using the Erase Blend mode. And to be honest, this is one of my favorite methods of masking. Let's first understand what the Erase Blend mode actually does. The Erase Blend mode excludes pixels of the underlying layer based on the alpha of the layer set in Erase Blend mode. When I apply this text in Erase Blend mode, notice how the text area is now being erased from the layers below. When I reduce the opacity, the erasing effect becomes less intense. It gradually fades, erasing less from the underlying layers. When I put this as a child to the image layer, the text in Erase Blend mode will now be clipped to the image layer, with as a result that it will only erase from the parent layer. By lowering the opacity, we get a very nice, smooth effect. At first glance, it might look like that this looks very similar to a green text on top with a low opacity. However, there is a subtle difference. I will quickly copy the text and add a crop to the normal text and the erase text so we can compare them. The top one is the text with Erase Blend mode, where the green background comes through, and the bottom one is the text with the green on top with the same opacity. Notice the subtle difference. This is due to the fact that we are erasing the image instead of putting color on top. Now that we know what the Erase Blend mode does, how can we utilize this as a mask? As we know by now, on a regular mask, black conceals and white reveals. So let's add a pixel layer and fill this with black. When we change the blend mode of this pixel layer to erase, everything will be erased, which is also what a regular mask will do. Now let's set its blend mode back to normal and then paint with white on this pixel layer. Let's apply the Erase Blend mode again. Everything got erased, which actually makes sense as the Erase Blend mode looks at the alpha or the transparency. To make this behave like a regular mask, we need to make the white areas transparent. I'll switch back to the normal blend mode so we can see more clearly how we are going to do that. The perfect tool to remove the whites is the Blend Ranges dialog. Let's click on the cog icon to open it up, and then adjust the source range curve to exclude the whites from the layer, which we can do by dragging the right node all the way down to the bottom. As we can immediately see, the whites have become transparent, which was exactly what we need. Setting the blend mode of this layer once more to erase, we get the behavior we are looking for. The black areas are now excluded and the white areas are shown. Perfect. This layer now acts like a regular mask. One of the big advantages of this method is that you do not need to use the rasterize to mask feature. Simply by applying the Erase Blend mode and adjusting the blend ranges, any image can now act as a mask, completely non-destructively. By the way, to utilize the Erase Blend mode as a mask, you don't need to use a black and white image. We can just add an empty pixel layer, set its blend mode to erase, and by just painting on it with any color, we can erase any part of it, just like a mask. If we want the opposite, which means that we want to block everything by default, and the areas that we painted should be visible, we can just add a postural texture filter to the pixel layer and invert the alpha by setting the A channel to 1-A. Pretty cool. Now when we paint on it, only the painted areas will become visible. By using the Erase Blend mode, you can create pretty cool effects which can go beyond regular masking. Hope you liked this video and thanks again for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe buttons before you leave and see you in the next video.
You got me.